reaching for what I believe in, and I must never stop rising, rising, rising. Never stop rising, rising, rising.
Jeez, because man's real all day, you get me? That's how man rolls, because man's real, yeah? There's no fakeness here, just straight realness. What's good, people? I'm Unique Creation. Welcome back to Unique Sessions. I've got a phrase to share with you today. It's a phrase and it leads to the message, because you hear it sometimes, especially as a creative, especially as someone who thinks outside the box. And what I want to talk to you about today is when people say, be realistic. Be realistic. It can be used in many ways. But they like to say, be realistic. Normally when they want to discourage you from following your dream. And I'm a big dream guy. I'm a vision guy. I love dreams. I love visions. I love it when someone's going for something that's not the norm. That's me all day. But when people come at me and say, be realistic, I always wonder, what context are you talking about here? You know, I listen to everything else they say, and it's normally to try and shut the whole thing down. And that's when I give the big X sign and think, I'm not talking to you about this no more. But I want to talk about this in a very different way, a very different context. For example, I even say to you today, when you're chasing a dream, when you want to achieve a vision, when you want to get somewhere, be realistic. But what I mean is this, right? What is real to you? What is real to you? That's the first question. What is real to you? When you say you want to achieve a dream, yeah? First of all, you have to define what's actually reality to you. When you want a dream, do you actually believe you can get there? And why don't you believe you can get there? You need to address that. But yeah, when I say be realistic, when people say that be realistic, you have to check what reality they live in. Everyone's got their own realities, trust me. We, as wise and as enlightened as we may seem sometimes, we still have a limit on our minds, unfortunately. So, and sometimes, even though there's spectrums outside of that limit, it can be painful to break down the wall of that box. So what I want to ask you today is, what is real to you? To help clarify this is this. I wrote this down because I thought it was deep. I was going to tweet it, but I thought, now I'm going to leave it for this. Is our realities are shaped by our life experiences, which is one of hundreds of thousands of scenarios. I'll say that again. Our realities are shaped by our life experiences, which is one of hundreds of thousands of scenarios. Even one experience could be part of hundreds of thousands of scenarios. Some people can relate to you by an experience, but that experience may be part of a very, very different scenario. Now, if you have a dream, it can become reality for you and other people who see it. But first, you have to make it real. When people say be realistic, you can ask yourself too, be realistic. But first, is that dream real to you? Or is it just a dream? Is that vision achievable? Can it be tangible? Or is it just a dream? There were different aspects of my dream that were first thoughts until I worked to make it tangible by God's grace. And I'll tell you one. One was recording in a professional studio. Eventually did that. Making a music video. Eventually did that. A YouTube channel. Eventually did that. Going on festival tours, hashtag Fork and Knife Gang, eventually did that. So all these things were once upon a time a dream, or that were part of a bigger dream, but I eventually made it tangible. And until I made it tangible, people did not take it seriously because it was me talking. Oh yeah, I want to be a rapper. And then you get all these uncles. Oh yeah, why don't you do your raps? You know when they call you to the sitting room and they try and force you to rap. They were like, I don't want to do a rap. And they force you, and you feel like a monkey dancing for masters. Yeah, all these things happen. But as soon as they start seeing the reality of it, and they start seeing you actually do work, it's not just your raps anymore. It's actually you building something. It's actually you starting a movement. It's you sharing a message. People start listening to you. I'm talking about music now. If it's being an actor, have you done anything to do with acting? And then have you tried to bring it out to the masses for them to see? It's your dreams. I don't know about every dream in the world, but I know most dreams will never be achieved unless the right people know about it. Remember, your network is your network. Your network is your net worth. That's it. Your network is your net worth. All that's really saying to me is we weren't designed to achieve big dreams alone. If you have a big dream, if it's not, cool. But we weren't designed to achieve godly visions alone, especially godly ones. And that principle is sovereign all across the board, whether you believe in God or not. That's why you see people always need people to do something. Everyone has their own different gift, but you need to connect with the right people to make it happen. It's not about connecting with every single person you see. It's all about finding out who you should connect with and then making the steps to get there. That's how you make your dreams a reality. When I was looking to record in a professional studio, I didn't own a studio. I didn't know how to use a proper mixer. I knew how to make beats, but I didn't know how to mix and master properly. I had to learn that later, but I only learned that when I entered a professional studio. So really and truly, somebody else had a studio. Someone else had the know-how to mix and master. So I went to find them, and then I recorded my first song with Roots. Shout out to Roots, man. I made my first song with Roots. And then from there, our first mixtape came out. Before that, we tried to do it ourselves, but we just kept hitting walls. I had dreams about performing on big stages. I've done that, and I'm going to continue to perform on bigger stages. I had dreams of connecting people with God through my music. I've had people come to me and start asking questions and talking to me about God after they heard my songs. So these things are happening, but you have to make the right steps to make it happen. It doesn't mean you have to do every single thing yourself. If you want to perform on a big stage, you don't have to build a stage. Just go find one. Don't reinvent the wheel. If you want to create amazing music, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's already sound, just play with it. If you want to record in a professional studio, even though as a musician, it's good to have your own studio eventually, you don't have to start that way. If you want to be an actor or actress, you don't have to build a theater and then get on stage to do it. No, there's already theaters out there. Just take your dream and your vision. Make sure that you start sharpening and mastering your craft, which will not be easy. You have to be real with yourself in this. The reality is there's work involved. Whether you're an actor or actress, whether you're a painter, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a dancer, ballet or crumping, whatever it is, whether you're a ventriloquist. What's that guy's name? Jeff Dunham. Shout out to Jeff Dunham, man, is mad funny. But at one point, I'm sure people thought, I want to be a ventriloquist. A ventriloquist, a man who just plays with dolls and makes them talk. Most people would laugh at that and think, you're not serious. But he was the one with the vision. He followed it through, and man is mad successful. Mad successful at it. So when I say be realistic, first of all, you need to check what's real to you. Is that dream, is that vision really real to you? If it's not, you need to be real with yourself, because when the work starts, you will find out whether you truly believe this can happen. And I'm telling you now, dreams become true. But you have to put your hand in it. You have to put your hands to the plow. You have to get your hands dirty. You have to be real and be strategic. It's not every show that you have to perform at. It's not every place that everybody you have to take photos of. You just have to do the work to get there and be real. That's it. So yeah, hope this one helped you today. I'm Unique Creation. Much love. Later.
I'm reaching for what I believe in, and I must never stop rising.